This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Carol. Carol talks for a living, from morning till night. So she relies on Flow's crystal clear home phone service brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her in the know, and because she bundles her mobile broadband and TV services, she enjoys huge savings, so she can enjoy much more for much less. So visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Thursday, March the 17th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story, workers at the Barbados Water Authority are expected to continue striking again today as they try to force management's hand to end a 10-year delay in the payment of their increments. Yesterday's action came after the Barbados Workers Union served notice on the BWA last Friday that it had until March the 15th to respond with required information on the payments. However, that demand was not met by the BWA, which allowed the union's deadline to pass without acknowledgement, therefore pushing the BWU in a corner. General Secretary Tony Moore told reporters after meeting privately with the staff yesterday that the next move in resolving this issue rests with the management and the board of the BWA.
We will only hope that the Barbados Water Authority, not the workers, would now see the seriousness of this issue, would understand the implications for their failure to handle this issue properly, the implications that it has not only for the workers of the authority, but for the country at large, and that they would seek to do what they had committed to and what they know they ought to do to bring this matter to close in the only way that the parties know it should be brought to close.
Meanwhile, Minister of Water Resource Management, Dr. David Esbeck, has issued a stern warning to the striking workers that now is not the time for any industrial action. Speaking in Parliament during debate on the estimates of expenditure and revenue for 2016-2017, Dr. Esbeck highlighted recent water supply challenges, which he said would take some time to fix, while suggesting that a strike by BWA workers was the last thing the country needed.
I would want the Barbados Workers Union to think through very carefully its actions. Think through very carefully its actions. Because you cannot hold a view that an institution is to pay people for what ought to be put in place when the tool that to determine what to pay them and over what time place to pay them does not exist.
The organization representing private transport operators here is blaming the reckless conduct exhibited by public service vehicle drivers on the country's roads on the Ministry of Transport and Works and the law courts. The Association of Public Transport Operators, APTO, is contending that both the ministry and the courts have the power to yank delinquent drivers off the roads, but fail to act appropriately. Interim President Morris Lee says the majority responsibility for the continuing chaos in the public transport system must be placed firmly on the ministry and on the courts because of poor regulation and ineffective enforcement of existing laws. Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite recently called on law enforcement agencies to penalize owners of ZR vans in order to effectively stop the culture of recklessness on the road. But the association says it is alarmed that Brathwaite would make such a call given that the Ministry of Transport and Works was the issuing authority of PSV driver's licenses, which made the holder eligible to operate a public service vehicle. Barbados does not rank on a list of 156 countries across the globe which have been surveyed for the level of happiness. However, the World Happiness Report for 2016, released yesterday, ranks Trinidad and Tobago as the happiest CARICOM country at number 43 overall. The only other CARICOM states that are ranked are Jamaica at 73, Haiti at 136, and Belize at 52. The report says the happiest country in the world is Denmark. The editors of the report find that people are happier living in societies where there is less inequality of happiness. In sports now, St. Stephen's Primary and West Terrace Primary are the respective kings and queens of the 2016 Pinehill Dairy-sponsored National Primary Schools Athletics Championship, or NAPSAC, held yesterday at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex, Paradise Park, St. Michael. There was no stopping St. Stephen's boys, who ended a 6-year drought by tallying 121 points to run away as champions at the Ryan Brathwaite track. Bailey's 102 points earned them second place, and Bay Primary came third with 84. St. Albans Primary were fourth with 77 points, and Luther Thorn were fifth with 54 points. 3 records fell on the day, and Victor Ludorum Joshua Moore of West Terrace Tigers with 30 points was among them. There was a tie for Victrix Ludorum as anticipated between under-11 champion Saminya Dell of Sharon Primary and under-9 Queen Tia Applewhite of St. Giles with 30 points each.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union, Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union, Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union, Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union, Cooperative Credit Union.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25. $2.20 who? For what? That's Bear Stare News. I don't read about that on Barbados today since last night. That can't only can't do. $2.20 who?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
Turning now to news from the region, 4 prisoners are still hospitalized following the recent deadly Camp Street prison riot in Guyana. One of them, who has been on remand for over 5 years for a murder he claims he knew nothing about, has been given his version from his hospital bed of what happened on that eventful day.
As the day the incident happened in the prison, I was in my location in Capital C. I hear a lot of, breaking up and shots and firing and them things. I was like hiding. And the officers, then you hear you could declare yourself for coming out, for go to the cage. So I was just like walking, coming out my building, for go to the cage, and same time I was walking through the hole, for coming out from my location, for go through the door. Then I hear shots start to fire, so just I go to make a beeline to turn back to go into my location. Pick up a shot here, so and all about from my skin. I got like about 17 pellets in my skin all about. And my eye, this one eye here is so damaged. The doctor tell me I cannot see back from my one eye. And the pellet comes straight from this another eye here, so I'm black. Right now, if I look at you right now, I even can't see your face. Father knows that I can't see your face, but if I just like recognize somebody is standing up in front of me, the pellet is still behind my eye. And they tell me for different, we could come out and they started to shoot us. And
who tell you have to come out?
The officer them said we could declare yourself now, then we could come out and go to the cage now for all who in the location. And while we walking, coming out, then the shots started to fire as us. And we started ducking.
And finally, on the international scene, Donald Trump, the Republican frontrunner in the race for the White House, is warning of riots if he is denied his party's nomination. More in this CNN report.
Trump today with an ominous warning, telling CNN if he's denied the nomination while having the most delegates going in, there could be violence.
If we're, 100 short, and we're at 1,100 and somebody else is at 500 or 400, because we're way ahead of everybody, I don't think you can say that we don't get it automatically. I think you'd have riots.
After last night, Trump continues to hold the most delegates, but he still has a tough path to getting the 1,237 delegates needed to clinch the nomination outright, making the chances of a contested convention more likely.
And that's news and sports. However, you can join us again this afternoon for more. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.